Welcome to our Explaindio Pro 2.0 review brought to you by Wildfire Concepts. So what exactly is Explaindio Pro 2.0? Well, this is a video creation software that allows you to create professional videos in a matter of minutes. A few of the main features that we're going to be talking about in just a second is the ability to sketch video and animation. So now you can sketch your first frame of the video and then transition into a live video or animation. You also have full animation and moving objects. So now you can set up multi-step moving animation of any object, including video, images, and doodles. So with that brief summary of what the software actually does, let's go ahead and jump over and take a look at the software itself and all the different features that it has to offer. Alright, so here we are on the software itself, and this is going to be the screen that you see when you first log in. And let's go ahead and just, try to create a sales video, and let's see how simple it is using this piece of software. So the first thing we need to do is go ahead and click on Create a Project at the top here. And when you do that, you need to give it a name. So I can just call this Sales Video Test. I'm going to click on Create, and when I do that, I now have the option over here to the top left to click this plus symbol. And we have the option to create a new scene or to add a scene from my personal library. Well, I don't have any scenes right now, so I'm going to click on Create a New Scene. And this here is where we can really customize whatever it is that we are trying to do on our video. As you can see along the bottom here, we can add an animation or a PowerPoint slide. We can add a video, a bitmap image, a sketch image, or text. So if I click on Add Text, for example, that's just going to give us a text box here that we can, scale it, resize it, change anything about it. We can click in here, and on the left-hand side, we can decide what this says. So I can make it say my first sales video, for example, and let's say I wanted to kind of center that right there. Maybe something like that. I can add more text. I can add a sketch image. If I click on that, you're going to see on the left-hand side, we have all these different categories, and when we click on these, you're going to see images on the right-hand side, sketches that we can insert into our video. So let's go ahead and find something that we can insert real quick. So let's just do one of these infographics here. I'm going to click on one, and it's going to put that onto the canvas for me. And again, I can resize this. So let's just say that I wanted that to be my first frame. Okay, now along the top up here, every time I insert something, we have a timeline up here, and we can see I have my text here, and it says 4 seconds. And I have my infographic, and that says 3.4 seconds. And these are sketch images. So what that is saying is it's going to take 4 seconds for my title here to get drawn out. And then it's going to take another 3.4 seconds for my infographic to get drawn out. And if you ever want to see what your video is currently looking like, there is a preview option up here. And when we click that, you're going to see that the video starts playing here. And this is what your final product would look like if you were to export it right now. So we can see our graphics are getting drawn out there. Also, what we can do is we can click on Close Canvas, and that's going to kind of change what our software looks like. Now, on the right-hand side, we have a live preview, and on the left-hand side, we have options to edit that individual sketch or that slide. So if I click on the infographic up here, we have the option to edit the scene, the image, the slide, and add actions before and after that particular infographic sketch. So for example, for this sketch, I could click on action before, and I can change the way that it's being sketched. So I could do sketch by hand, like it is right there. I could do just a sketch where it's being drawn out, but we don't see a hand. I can have it do nothing, but just appear. I can have it fade in, or I could just have it fly in like that there. And with those options, we can change the direction that it comes in and the amount of time that it takes to come in as well. So there are a lot of different options for sketching, but there are also a lot of options for animated PowerPoint slides and videos. So if I click on the plus symbol here again, and I create a new scene, I can also click on Add Animation or Slide, and I can add an Explaindio slide or a flash animation. So I'm going to do the Explaindio slide. And on the left-hand side, you're going to see that we have a lot of different slide packs that we can choose from, which are kind of like categories. And on the right-hand side, once we choose a slide pack, we are going to see the individual slides associated with that slide pack. And when we click on the different slides on the far right, we can have a quick preview of what that slide looks like. So once you find one that you would like to insert into your video, just click on Add Single. And on this next screen here, we have the option to have our animated PowerPoint slide being sketched into the video, which means you will see the hand come up and it will draw our PowerPoint slide and then it will fade into our animated slide. Or we can have it just show the animated slide itself with no sketching involved. I'm going to choose Don't Sketch, and I'm going to click on Update, and then I'm going to click on Add, and that's going to add the PowerPoint slide here. And if we click on Preview, we're going to see that for the first 4 seconds, it's going to draw out our title here, and then it's going to switch to our animated PowerPoint slide, where I can customize this as well and change that text. Now, to actually edit this PowerPoint slide, we're going to click on Close Canvas, and we're going to edit it the same way that we were able to edit our other slides. So we're going to make sure that we have our animated PowerPoint slides selected in our timeline up here. And on the left-hand side, you have the same options to add different animation effects before and after the slide, to upload different images and adjust the scene. And if you wanted to edit the slide itself, you're going to select the slide option here and then click on Customize this animation. And when we do that, we have the different text areas that we can edit here with our own text, and we can change the images, we can add different animations, add different video backgrounds to this individual slide. So you can get really customized with your video and literally change anything and make it 100% unique. A few more options, if I click on the plus symbol here and click on Create a New Scene, there is the option to add video. You can add a video from your computer, your hard drive, any kind of video footage that you want to include into your video. You can do that here. You can also search for free video footage online. And of course, the option to add different images to your video as well. Over here on the far right-hand side, we have the option to change the texture of the background. So we have all these different paper backgrounds here. If I select one of these and click on Select Texture, we're going to see that our canvas now has this paper texture that we are using, and we add text and different images on here. It's going to be using the paper background. Now, some pretty cool features that I want to show you really quick is here I am on a slide right now where I have text and I have a clock. And we can add animations to these different elements. So for example, if I have this header up here and I kind of wanted it to move around or, implement some type of animation, I can just highlight it and I can click on Add Animation here, and then I can drag it wherever I want it to appear. So I can go over here, maybe I want it to float to the left, and then I'm going to click on Add Point, and then maybe I want it to float back to the right maybe, and I can click on Add Point again, and then maybe I want it to kind of float to the middle, just for example, and I can do it just like that. And same thing for the clock. I can click on, maybe I want it drawn over here, and then I click on Add Point, and then I want it to float to the right, just to kind of show you how this works. So I'm going to click on Close Canvas. Now I'm going to preview this. Let me exit out of these here. I'm going to preview it and see what it looks like when my animation actually takes place here. Okay, so we kind of got that floating around like that there, and then my clock here should float over to the right. So pretty cool, right? So you can add animation to any of your elements, maybe arrows, bouncing up and down, or moving images around, or whatever it may be. Now, another cool feature I want to show you is the option to use Sketch to transition into live video or animated slides. So for example, if I go to add a slide here and I choose, let's say this businessman here, I'm going to click on Add Single, and now this next screen here, we have the option to have it sketched out and then transition. So I can choose Start from Frame. I'm going to skip this up some until we see the character. And let's say I want it to start from right here. I'm going to click on Update, and over here it's going to give us kind of a preview of what that's going to look like. And I'm going to click on Add, and now when I do that, I'm going to close the canvas. And now when we preview this, we're going to see that he starts sketching it out, and then it's going to transition into our live, animated PowerPoint slide. So that's a pretty neat feature to have there. Now, the last thing I want to talk about here is the audio options that they have on Explaindio. So if I click on audio up here at the top, we have two main options. For one, I can upload my own MP3, like a voiceover, like I'm doing right now. I can check mark this box here, upload that, and have that play along with my video. Or I can upload some type of background track, or I can use one of the background tracks that come preloaded in Explaindio. As you can see here, we have a bunch of different options. I can just select one of these and then use that as my background track. And when I select one, I can now preview my video or check mark these options down here to play with voiceover or play with music. And then when I'm previewing my slide right here, it's going to play that music or that voiceover in my headphones so that I can kind of preview it and see how the voice and the music aligns with my PowerPoint slides and the rest of my video. Alright, so after playing with the software for a little bit, my final thoughts are that in my opinion, Explaindio is the best video creation software on the market today, and I've played with pretty much all of them. With the flexibility and the customization options, it sets itself apart from all the other competition. This is a must-have for anyone who is currently implementing video into their business. The three main things that really stood out for me was number one, it was very easy to use. Literally anyone can pump out high quality videos that look like they were made by the professionals in a matter of minutes. And if you've watched any of my previous reviews, I'm always looking for how simple a software is to use. My days are always jam-packed with work, and I don't want to spend a lot of time trying to learn, technical softwares and how to use them. So creating a software that I can literally just press a few buttons and get the job done is always something that I'm looking for. Another thing that I really liked was the multiple customization options. Being different and being able to customize different aspects of your video is very important to me, and it should be very important to you. So their ability to have different HD backgrounds and HD animation and sketch, along with their animated PowerPoint slides that come preloaded into the software, the ability to add the different text and images and the backgrounds and the sounds, all those different options allows you to create a 100% unique video that no one else is going to have. And with Explaindio 2.0, there were three main features that were really important to me that I really appreciated. Number one, the option to edit your green screen footage. I used to have to edit my footage in Adobe After Effects, and now I can edit my footage right inside of Explaindio while I'm editing the rest of my video. Also, the option for fully animated moving motion objects. That really just gives you the option to make your videos look even more professional than your competitors and really set yourself apart. And last but not least, the dynamic zoom and rotation, which really allows you to direct the attention of your visitor to a certain part of your video at any given time. So again, you've seen how amazing the software is. This is a must-have for anyone who is using video in their business, which should be everyone. Create tutorial videos, create sales pitches, short animations, sketch videos, PowerPoint videos, whatever it may be, Explaindio can create that for you.